Yeah, and Mick, I mean, you've worked campaigns, I've covered campaigns. That is every day seeing people at multiple events. It's very wearying, very tiring, even if you're reasonably fit. But let's talk about the Republican side of this. Traditionally, the opposition side always has somebody come out and give an opposition response speech. And tonight, that was delivered by Katie Britt, who I believe is the youngest Republican woman ever elected to the Senate. Here's a little of what she had to say.
The country we know and love seems to be slipping away, and it feels like the next generation will have fewer opportunities and less freedoms than we did. I worry my own children may not even get a shot at living their American dreams. My American dream allowed me, the daughter of two small business owners from rural Enterprise, Alabama, to be elected to the United States Senate at the age of 40. The true, unvarnished state of our union begins and ends with this. Our families are hurting. Our country can do better.
Mick, tell us a bit, who is Katie Britt and these very sort of kitchen table homey optics that they're going for with a speech that really had, kind of a very sort of homey sort of feel to it. What are they going for here?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Katie Britt is a very talented woman, a very capable senator. She's been in Washington, D.C. for a long time, very sharp lady. I'm not sure this speech landed very well tonight, James. But again, maybe, I'm a 56-year-old white male. Maybe I wasn't the target. If the target audience was suburban white housewives, maybe it's going to go over better than it did. But that breathless sort of delivery, I'm not sure it was as well received. And as you know, as a student of American politics, the response to the State of the Union is sort of an ash heap of people that sort of we thought were rising stars that turned out not to be. Bobby Jindal's career sort of began and ended here. Marco Rubio had very famously burnt out or flamed out on one of these speeches. Joe Kennedy also had a miserable experience. I'm not sure this helped Katie Britt raise her national awareness tonight, and I'm not sure it provided a very effective response.
Yeah, no, Mick, I'm afraid I have to agree with you there. Just quickly, though, before I let you go, it's not all State of the Union news. There was an extraordinary scene in New York the other day where Letitia James, the Attorney-General who led that pretty much bogus fraud case against Trump over loans that he paid back in full and on time, so of course it's a horrible thing to do. Well, she was speaking to a group of firefighters and they were not happy. Have a look at this.
Come on, we're in a house of God. And Chief Hodgins for that recognition.
Now, this is really interesting to me because this is in the heart of Democratic New York. I'm wondering, Mick, has the lawfare strategy against Trump, the sheer unfairness of that, gone too far?
Oh, sure it has, James. I just don't think it's going to change any political outcomes. She was speaking to first responders. This is one of the few bases of support that Donald Trump has in the big northeastern cities. So firefighters, policemen are very much drawn to Trump's message on law and order. They push back against exactly folks like Letitia James, who's, of course, made a name for herself, not only by attacking Trump, but by letting other criminals go relatively scot-free. So the response doesn't surprise me. I'm glad it's getting some attention, but I cannot imagine a circumstance under which someone like Letitia James or the Democrats lose their jobs because of this. The Democrats are out of control. They can't stop. Trump Derangement Syndrome is real, and there's booing from firefighters that I think is going to change that.
Mick Mulvaney, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time on this exciting State of the Union night, Mick Mulvaney.